travel provided by Nintendo. And now let's travel to the amazing world of Super Mario Maker 2, a game that I had a chance to play a ton of last week up in New York City, and I bring you back footage, impressions, and 10 things you probably didn't know about Super Mario Maker 2. They have been packing this game with new features, new parts, and new ideas. Many of them revealed at the recent Direct. I'm sure many will be revealed at the upcoming E3 Direct, but I found out some special ones during my hands-on with the game.
Zach, and here's a secret that you didn't know. I built my very own Koopa Car out of cardboard, and I've been running around in circles in my backyard in anticipation for this game.
Oh, I thought you had started your trip to E3. I was going to say, better get going. We only got a few days left there. But let's get into this list. 10 things. If there is something you noticed in the footage you've seen, definitely let us know in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and are pumped for Mario Maker 2. But we're going to get into it right away with number 1, local couch co-op is in. This has been debated, a little bit of back and forth. I can assure you, check out this screenshot. It is in the game.
Yeah, I mean, this is a fantastic way to play Mario because that's kind of how Mario's always been played, with someone right next to you, controllers in hand. Now there is online, but it's awesome to know that this made it, and for sure now, because there had been a little bit of debate like you mentioned.
Yes, indeed. Number 2 is that the story mode has split paths and some choice. So you'll be able to pick which parts of the castle you want to build out, and thereby you'll sort of split the levels that you play, the order that you play them, by encountering NPCs at different points than other players. And they made sure to let you know that with over 100 stages, each player's experience of story mode will probably be a little different, which I think is a cool addition as opposed to just rolling through one consistent list of levels. And even within the list, even if you did choose the same order of building, you can select levels in different orders from the specific NPCs. So a lot of opportunity to sort of move through the story mode at your own discretion.
I think it's going to be awesome. Just the conversation even you and I are going to be able to have online. Like, oh, you know, what way did you go here? And just how different our castles progress. And just, we're very different people, as you guys know. So I want to make sure to build like complete opposite of you, because I don't ever want to bump into you, because then we might be beefing.
Gabe, you're going for the top of the castle down, and I'm going to go from the bottom up. That's how we're going to do it. Whoever finishes first wins. All right, staying in story mode, number 3 is that you can replay stages for more coins. So you get payment for beating a level, and you'll use that payment to build out your castle. But you also keep the coins you collect in the level. And while replaying a level won't allow you to recapture the completion bonus, you can gather more coins. So if you're having trouble with a certain stage, you're able to go back and get more coins. Or if you just want to beef up that castle quicker, you could go through and play the same stage that may have a plethora of coins, grab them, and get on with it.
Maybe an introduction of farming a little bit.
Hey.
Yeah. All right.
You do get many more, obviously, for completing. Those are in the hundreds, and within the stage, probably not hundreds, but it still is definitely interesting. And number 4 is that building one floor of Peach's castle was only 3%. So getting the foundation completely built was 3% progress. You start at 0, and I only got it up to 3%. So that tells me there are a lot of floors, rooms, aspects, and elements to this castle. I don't know how granular it gets, but to get all the way to 100, it's going to be a pretty big endeavor.
Yeah, it's going to take a real completionist mentality probably to do that. I'm happy that it's a sizable story mode, right? Because they could have just done like a very quick thing, but having so much content in there that is curated and made by Nintendo is going to be great.
I'm very curious to see if you need 100% to beat story mode, or if you can finish at an earlier completion percentage.
You're missing a window or something, Zach?
Yeah, I don't know. We're just not going to build bathrooms. We'll see. Last one about story mode. Number 5, Toad keeps calling Mario Big Red. Now, I played a lot of Mario games. I don't ever remember Mario being referred to this often or ever as Big Red, but Toad just keeps calling you Big Red in this game, and I thought that was a very interesting aside.
Something about Toad calling Mario that kind of disturbs me. I never want to hear the name Big Red again, but since I want to go through the story mode, unfortunately, I'm going to have to listen to it over and over. Please never call me Big Red.
Let's take things to the creation side of the equation and talk about that darn Koopa Car. So the Koopa Car must spawn with a Koopa in it. This is number 6, but it can change directions. Some people had speculated that maybe it auto forwards, but you can change directions, and it is really fun to drive.
I want to see what types of creative things these fine people come up with when implementing the Koopa Car, and it's awesome that it can change directions, because I thought that it could only go one direction because that's all I had seen.
Yeah, indeed. Now, number 7 builds on that, and it will let you know, I will let you know, that the Koopa Car is a clear condition. So that will allow people to create levels that you must stay in the Koopa Car. You're seeing a little bit of one right now. It looks sweet, and I can't wait to see what kind of driving courses are created. It seems like it's going to be a wholly different kind of level, and will hopefully allow for a lot of fun inside of this vehicle.
Yeah, some multiplayer stuff. Who gets there first with the Koopa Car? That'd be cool.
Absolutely. Number 8 is that the clear condition system is a smart system, and it only will open up conditions as you populate your level. So if you start with no enemies, then there won't be any enemy clear conditions. But as soon as you start dropping in Koopa Troopas, Goombas, maybe a bully, that will open up. And it's the same for carrying things to the finish line. There's a clear condition for carrying a Koopa Shell, carrying a P-Switch, and it's nice that as you build out the level, your options also expand.
I wonder how many there are going to be total, since this is a smart system. We don't get to see them all right away. I want to know exactly how many are in there. That's going to be one of the things that I'm most interested in. I'm going to just throw everything into a level just to see how many of those I can get right away.
Number 9 continues our journey through Course Maker, and that is submenus being a true game changer. Now, you may have spotted these in the direct or in some other footage, but they're truly awesome, and they add so much ease and flow to level creation, especially in regards to enemies. Rather than dragging an item onto an enemy, now you highlight the enemy and can bring up a submenu that allows you to make a big bully, or maybe you want to make a boom boom with wings. It's very fluid and fun. It applies to pipes and a few other items as well. This one is going to be a fan favorite for creators, I promise you. Thank you, Nintendo, for working to make the UI and systems so much smoother. Closing out the list at number 10 is that night mode in the underground theme does not activate until you hit play. Now, this may seem like a no-brainer, but it was very interesting to design the stage right side up, then hit play and everything flips. I assumed that I'd get to see the flip as I was building, but alas, you're not able to do so. Now, we weren't able to see or talk about some of the night modes that applied to other themes that have yet to be revealed, so who knows how those will work out, but right now, you're going to have to design your level right side up and then have it be flipped as it's played.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a little weird to create upside down, I feel like.
Well, it's tricky to know what's going to happen once it flips. I mean, you're thinking of it right side up and then it goes upside down, and I think those night underground stages are going to be some of the most brilliant, because you're going to have to really think about how things work, and you're going to have just a few weeks, a few days even at this point, to think about what else they may add in Mario Maker 2. Hopefully these 10 new things were ones you didn't know and ones that help make this game a better experience for all. We cannot wait to play more of this game at E3. We'll bring you all the coverage there, and definitely stay tuned to the channel this week for more Mario Maker 2 content based on our preview experience. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and until next time, everybody, for myself and Gabe, thanks so much for watching. Switch Force out.